Hello guys, my name is Axob on YouTube, and today I will be trying to review the 2025 horror movies coming out all year. The ones that really flabbergasted me. I don't know that word, but I know it's used for stuff like this, I'm pretty sure. But I saw The Black Phone 2 coming out October 17th, 2025, and Megan 2.0 is coming one of these Fridays this month. And I am still really interested in watching the Clown in a Cornfield. But other than that, let's get started with this video. Please consider subscribing, leaving a like, posting a comment whenever you want to tell me anything that you feel you need to in the comments, and I will gladly read them. But let's get started with this. All right, so as you can see, I already have Megan 2.0 is already in my calendar, of course. And the Black Phone 2, of course. All right, y'all, look. I wish I could screen record what I am about to read, but unfortunately I can't, okay? Because for some reason there's a problem with whatever, I don't even know. But this is my first time doing a video like this. So for right now, I'm just going to do it on my phone. But let's get started with a movie called Bring Her Back. I believe it's already out, but this is the plot on Wikipedia. All right. Bring Her Back is a 2025 Australian supernatural horror film directed by Danny and Michael Philippou. I don't know how you say that, but I will just say it like that. And written by Danny Philippou and Bill Hinsman. Produced by Causeway Films in Raka Raka in association with Salmira Productions and South Australia Film Corporation. The film stars Billy Barrett, Sora Wong, and Sally Hawkins. The plot follows two step siblings who are placed in the middle of an occult ritual to bring their foster mother's daughter back to life. Bring Her Back was, I don't know how to say this word, okay? The theatrically released by Sony Pictures Releasing International in Australia on 29 May 2025 and by A24 in North America on the following day. It received generally positive reviews from critics. Okay, here is the plot. Andy and his younger, visually impaired stepsister Piper are placed in foster care after discovering their father died from a slip in the shower. They are taken in by Laura, a seemingly kind but eccentric foster mother, and her mute foster child, Oliver. Laura tells them her daughter Kathy, also visually impaired, drowned in the backyard pool. Andy becomes uneasy with Laura's favoritism toward Piper and Oliver's unsettling behavior. At their father's funeral, Laura tells Andy that some believe the spirit lingers in the body after death. That night, Andy reveals their father was abusive toward him but affectionate toward Piper, which left him resentful. Laura says the Laura says she would give anything to hear Kathy call her mum again. While home alone, Andy sees Oliver mutilate himself with a kitchen blade. When Andy tries to carry him over a white circle surrounding the house, Oliver convulses violently. Laura returns in a panic and calms him by rubbing his head in a circular motion, a technique from a VHS tape depicting disturbing rituals from a cult. Oliver briefly begs for help but is forced back into a trance like state. Later, Andy hallucinates his father's ghost while showering and knocks himself unconscious. In the hospital, he pleads with Laura not to let Piper leave, fearing she'll die. Laura ignores him and takes Piper to an outbuilding freezer containing Kathy's preserved corpse. It's revealed that Kathy's body and Oliver are part of a resurrection ritual, as demonstrated from the cult's tapes. It requires a demon-possessed vessel to consume a corpse, then vomit the remains into a freshly killed body that died in the same way. Laura plans to drown Piper to replicate Kathy's death and use Oliver to complete the ritual. After Andy is discharged, Laura punches Piper in her sleep, blames Andy, and tries to turn Piper against him. She takes Piper to play goat ball. That's how Oh, goal ball, as part of her preparation. Oliver, now monstrous and bloated, attacks Laura and begins eating his own flesh. Meanwhile, Andy visits the police and sees a missing poster that reveals Oliver is a missing child named Connor Bird. He returns with social worker Wendy, hoping to expose Laura. Laura insists the ritual is working and that Kathy can be brought back. Andy and Wendy and Oliver. Oh, my bad. Andy and Wendy find Oliver feeding on Kathy's corpse and try to flee, but Laura turns them down with her car, killing Wendy and drowning Andy in a puddle. Alright, the last part. Laura brings Piper home. Oliver mimics Andy's voice, and Piper soon discovers Andy's body. Panicked, she knocks herself unconscious. Here, you know what? Let's just restart. Laura brings Piper home. Oliver mimics Andy's voice, and Piper soon discovers Andy's body. Panicked, she knocks herself unconscious while fleeing. Laura drags her to the pool and begins to drown her as Oliver prepares to transfer. When Piper screams, "Mom," Laura hesitates and, overcome with guilt, lets her go. Piper escapes and is picked up by a passing couple. Seeing his poster, Oliver crosses the ritual boundary and collapses as the demon leaves his body. Police arrive and confirm his identity as Connor. In the final scene, Laura carries Kathy's corpse to the pool and cradles it as officers surround her. Okay, so this Wikipedia main plot is going to be new for me. It's going to be raw, okay? So I'm going to try to read it for myself too while um talking to y'all, okay? So I'm going to probably go a little bit slower because for the last movie, I forgot the name again. Bring Her Back. I read it before, but I wanted to tell y'all, but I still kind of like I didn't really like, you know, kind of involve myself with it again. I kind of just wanted to tell y'all. But now this is going to be raw for me. So let's get started with this. I hope you guys enjoy this last one. All right. Clown in a Cornfield film. Clown in a Cornfield is a 2025 American slasher film directed by Eli Craig and written by Craig and Carter Blanchard. It is based on the 2020 novel by Adam Cessair and stars Katie Douglas, Aaron Abrams, Carson McCormick. Carson McCormack, Kevin Durand, and Will Sasso. Clown in a Cornfield premiered at South by Southwest on March 10th, 2025, followed by a theatrical release in the United States on May 9th, 2025. The film received generally positive reviews from critics. Plot: in 1991, in the town of Kettle Springs, Missouri, a group of teenagers party near the old Baypen corn syrup factory. Two teens sneak off into the nearby cornfield and are killed by Baypen's mascot, Friendo. In the in the present, Quinn Maybrook and her father Glenn relocate to Kettle Springs, where Glenn is the new town doctor. Their relationship is fractured following the death of Quinn's mother, Samantha. Following a sporadic detention in her first class, she befriends Cole Hill, the son of the mayor, and his group of friends, including Janet, Matt, Ronnie, and Tucker. Cole shows Quinn the horror parody videos they create on their YouTube channel, all of which surround a psychotic friendo throughout Kettle Springs. Cole informs Quinn of the burnt down Baypen factory, the town attributing the accident to them. While overviewing the most recent recording, Quinn spots a second mysterious friendo in the background. Meanwhile, Tucker receives a notification of someone dressed in a friendo outfit outside the home. The individual secretly breaks in and kills him. At the 100th Founders Day Town Festival, an accident on Matt's end causes a friendo float to be fully engulfed and ultimately ruining the festivities. Dunn, Dunne, Dunn accuses the group of sabotage and holds them in jail while Matt works out in his garage only to be decapitated by Friendo. That night, Quinn sneaks off with Cole to a party at an isolated farmhouse with almost all of the town's teens in attendance. One of them, Ginger, stumbles out of the cornfield and collapses, having been shot with a crossbow, and Matt's severed head is thrown out at them right after. Janet and Ronnie initially dismiss both incidents as another prank, but after failing to locate Ginger's pulse and realizing Matt's head is real, they flee in terror. Cornered and trying to escape, Quinn's neighbor Rust Vance appears, shooting Friendo with his shotgun. A plethora of armed Friendos suddenly emerge from the cornfield and pursue the group, who take shelter in a nearby shed. Rust offers to stay behind to detonate a makeshift bomb as the others escape through a sewer grate to find help. Reaching a road, they call for a passing car only to find Sheriff Dunn, who refuses to listen to them and immediately arrests Cole for trespassing. Meanwhile, Glenn, searching for Quinn, noticed his practice has been broken into. After investigating, he is forced to operate on an injured friendo, but soon outwits his captor and stabs him in the throat. Continuing on, Quinn and her friends are again discovered by friendos in the cornfield, and Ronnie is eviscerated. Here, one second, y'all. All right, I am back. Mic check, mic check. All right, let's read this part again. Continuing on, Quinn and her friends are again discovered by friendos in the cornfield, and Ronnie is eviscerated by one wielding a chainsaw. Reaching a neighboring house, the pair are attacked by another friendo who impales Janet with a pitchfork. Quinn manages to kill the friendo but is captured by a trio of others waiting outside. Quinn awakens inside the old factory surrounded by friendos take off their who take off their masks to reveal themselves as Sheriff Dunn, teacher Mr. Vern, shopkeeper Otis, and diner waitress Trudy. They blame the teens for the town's troubles, not sticking to tradition, and ruining their public image. Arthur Hill, Cole's father, reveals himself as the friendo leader in the Bay Pen Factory arsonist, and plans to kill both his disowned son and Quinn as a staged murder suicide. Glenn arrives, driving his car through the factory, killing Trudy and Otis in the process. Quinn escapes and electrocutes Dunn with a cattle prod in his mouth. Rust arrives and saves Cole, leading the two to reignite their relationship. Outside, Quinn runs over Mr. Vern while Hill escapes. 1 year later, Glenn is running for mayor and Quinn is leaving for college. Afterwards, she finds a Baypin music box in the back seat, which she throws out the window. Hey, y'all, so I am finished with two of the movie reviews for the part one of the 2025 horror movies coming out. Both of these are already out, and I hope that I gave you a little bit of a kind of a nudge to go and watch these movies. I want to watch these movies too. But yes, I'm Chester Axob on YouTube. Please subscribe, give me a like, post in the comments, and I will see y'all later. And peace. Happy Pride Month and have a good summer.